To the Middle East now, where Hamas's chief negotiator says the militant group has approved a new Gaza ceasefire proposal by mediators Egypt and Qatar. Israel has put forward a counter-offer in coordination with the United States. Israel ended the truce in Gaza earlier this month, leaving little for Palestinians in the Strip to celebrate as they mark the Muslim holiday of Eid al-Fitr.
Tradition is alive with these Palestinians praying among the ruins of Gaza. The start of the Eid al-Fitr holiday has been marred by renewed Israeli airstrikes and ground operations.
It's an Eid of sadness. We lost our loved ones, we lost our children, our lives and our futures. We lost our students, our schools and our institutions. We lost everything. Nothing remains.
Israel and Hamas blame each other for the collapse of the fragile ceasefire, which only lasted for 2 months. The Hamas-run health ministry in Gaza says more than 900 people have been killed since Israeli airstrikes resumed last week. But now a top Hamas official says the Palestinian militant group has agreed to a new ceasefire proposal.
2 days ago, we received a proposal from the mediating brothers in Egypt and Qatar. We dealt with it positively and agreed to it. We hope that the occupation will not obstruct it or strain the efforts of the mediators.
According to Israeli media, the new proposal includes the release of 5 more hostages in exchange for a 50-day truce. The Israeli government says it received the plan and submitted a counter-proposal coordinated with the US. But with no deal yet in place, Israel is pushing ahead with its renewed offensive in Gaza. These images published by the Israeli army on Saturday claim to show strikes in the south. The military says Israeli troops are now working to expand the buffer zone along the borders of the territory. Meanwhile, in Tel Aviv, thousands of people have again taken to the streets to protest against Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. They're calling on the government to end its assault on Gaza.
I'm here today because, like every day, I'm calling for a ceasefire, the end of the war, the return of the hostages and the return to the negotiating table, because we must bring back the 59 hostages who are there. Those who are still alive will not survive there.
For now, all eyes are on the negotiators, trying to bring about a new truce in this relentless war.
Let's bring in our Jerusalem correspondent, Konstantin Eggert. Konstantin, a lot of movement suddenly. What more can you tell us?
Well, a lot of potential movement, I would say, Michael. Not any results yet, because the proposal that was approved by Hamas and the 2 mediators, the Egyptians and the Qataris, has reached the Israeli government. It includes, indeed, release of 5 hostages, plus some Palestinian prisoners, plus bodies of slain hostages in exchange for 50-day truce and the humanitarian supplies to Gaza. We do know, though, that the Israeli counter-proposal includes 11 hostages, and not many more details are known. Still, it was expected that the proposal, the realization of these proposals will kick in today. Maybe there is still a chance tomorrow, but so far there is not much movement. Maybe, though, some of the Hamas officials are saying it may happen in the next few days. But again, it's all very sort of hazy.
Konstantin, how are ordinary Israelis reacting to the ongoing negotiations over the hostages?
Well, of course, you can't speak for all Israelis, but yesterday evening there were massive demonstrations. We've seen it in our piece earlier. Massive demonstrations, especially in Tel Aviv, where the mayor of the city, who belongs to the opposition, one has to say, also spoke. In some other places in Israel too, and the demand is mostly very clear. The people ask Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel, to basically lead to a total release of hostages in exchange for total cessation of military operations in Gaza. Well, no direct response from Netanyahu, but just basically before I went on air, there were news on the wires that the Israeli Security Cabinet met and approved a strategy of increasing pressure on Hamas, whatever that means. So in a sense, it means that the cabinet still believes in military pressure, and these sort of calls, at least for now, were not heeded.
No doubt we will be seeing more of you. Konstantin Eggert in Jerusalem, many thanks.